and a stunning first look from Vanity Fair of the most anticipated films of the coming year. Number 1, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Guillermo del Toro has spent a lifetime imagining his own adaptation of Mary Shelley's Tale of a Doctor, played by Oscar Isaac, who tampers with the natural order by turning dead tissue into a new being, Jacob Elrodi. Much of the film, including the laboratory scene which takes place within the remnants of once great structures, Gothic romance was partially born out of fascination with ruins, Del Toro tells Vanity Fair. Sometimes they're more beautiful than the building complete because of the clash of creation and destruction. Okay, now that you got the description and the first image, which is the only image that they're giving us, let's dive in, zoom in, and break down this incredible still photography shot from the set. Now, they're already letting you know that this is not an official kind of image from a set camera that you're going to see in the movie. This is a guest photographer from Vanity Fair doing a shot maybe quickly after there's been a take. And how do I know this? Well, right in the foreground, in the center here, you have an apple box, which is really used for kind of people to, how do you say it? Let's see if we can get it here. Yeah, right there. And they can set up equipment, they can stand on it, they can place it down flat on its belly, but it is it's a crew piece. It's for crew, not for the set. Definitely not to be seen in a shot. Again, now the other clue is a huge camera and mic setup. You're seeing, and it's on purpose, so you're seeing it as far as the arm, the Scorpio arm coming out, and it's holding the camera setup, and I believe right here would be the lens, but you even have a part of it protected. Why? Probably because blood is being splattered all over the place, and we'll get that too. We'll cover that in a minute. Finally, you see a microphone high above his left shoulder. So that tells me that they're doing a shot setup of him looking out of his window over his shoulder. Probably he's going to be silhouetted from the sunlight as he's delivering lines. I have to believe it has to do with some sort of breaking point before the success, because also in this shot, they're showing you a lot of blood on him. Look at his hands are virtually red. The red going and going up his sleeve, red turning into white. So that means there's been many failures, and the failures are all in front of him. Between him and the window is carnage, blood, body parts, heads. I mean, this is absolutely stunning, guys. Finally, too, it also says to me he's mad. He's crossed that line of madness. Why? Two things. Even though we can't see his face, we can see his hair. His hair is completely wild, disheveled. His shirt, yeah, we got the blood, but we also have just a dirty, stained shirt. So he hasn't bathed, he hasn't washed, he hasn't changed his clothes for who knows how long. That's why you have the black dirt. That's why you have like the kind of like stain, the various stains on the back of his shirt. Very cool. Very cool. Now, let's talk about the carnage. As I said, between him and the window, you have just so much blood, pools of blood, absolutely disgusting. Now, we've seen, of course, the Frankenstein body, so we'll get to that in a second. But let's go to the right here. And you can see heads, body parts, hair, legs, stacked up, not going to work. But then in the foreground, kind of closer to the Dutch box right here, on a small table by itself is a head. And you can see that the head's bald. You can see there's blood on the head. You can see the eyes closed. And you can see a beard. So this is an interesting look because, one, is this the head of the new Frankenstein monster? Because, two, we got no head here. We have no head here. Just the body. Wrapped up, left ankle, right knee, wrapped up around his midsection, patchwork, wraps, patchwork on the ribs. But then you see he is chained. He is locked down. Interesting. So maybe either this is put there on purpose to fool us because it is a set piece. But, maybe it's prominently there to fool us, or maybe it's prominently there because it is going to be the head of Frankenstein, which would be a different look, but a look nonetheless. Then up here, I really can't tell if this is a torso with the head right over what I believe would probably be a block of ice. So this is really interesting. And why is he there? Maybe he's there for vitals. He's getting vital parts for the monster. Now, finally, Guillermo said something very interesting in regards to this not being the original Dr. Frankenstein. I think it's a decade or a generation or two later, and this newfound laboratory is built on the old one, hence the Gothic. So, if you look closer, as you can see, the stonework is the stonework, but the age is the moss. It's all over. Dark stains turned into green, light green. And if you don't believe that, I mean, that is age. That means no one's taking care of it. No one's, scrubbed it down, his workers to come in, which he would have. But then let's go to the bottom of the window. You have moss growth and trash and debris all over here. And around the window, woodwork, telling me this place has been around much longer than the laboratory. And that's pretty amazing. And this whole wonderful image that they got that they shared with us is also very, very amazing. So that's a breakdown of this one shot of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, and it is pretty cool. Again, this is a different angle, but this is a legitimate shot of Oscar Isaac looking out the window, maybe giving a monologue, and there's dialogue, and it's an over the left shoulder shot. So we're going to see this in the movie. All right, I think we did a nice breakdown there for you guys. Let me know what you think. Make sure you are subscribed. Become a member of the channel. Help us out with the channel. It's always appreciated. Wherever you're at, keep that slant fuerte. Gracias.